I remember when I first heard the story of the 39 steps and the Blue Room. A man had built this mansion for his bride. And up on the third floor, he built this marvelous Blue Room. And leading to it, starting on the second floor, were 39 steps up to the Blue Room. And then you had to step over a high threshold. And there inside was this magnificent Blue Room. Everything was blue. The ceiling, the walls, the floor, the bedding. There was a fireplace in the Blue Room. He had even painted some of the wood blue. He was going to live in the Blue Room for a couple of nights before they got married. The first night that he went to the Blue Room, he lit a fire in the fireplace. And he sat down and began to enjoy the fire. The next day, they found his body down at the bottom of the 39 steps. He had broken his neck. He was dead. There were other people who came and tried to live for one night in the Blue Room. And each morning, they found that same person down the bottom of the 39 steps with a broken neck. I thought, maybe I can find out what went wrong. I thought maybe I could find out what the mystery to the Blue Room was. And so I got permission to spend a night in the Blue Room. I walked up the 39 steps, and I stepped over the high threshold, went into the room and shut the door. It was a beautiful room. And I put some wood in the fireplace and lit a fire. And I had brought a book with me, and I sat down in a chair near the fireplace and began to read a book. And I don't know what it was, but I fell asleep. When I woke up, the room was full of smoke, and I tried to get out. I couldn't breathe, and so I ran toward the door. I opened the door, and I started to rush out. Just as I rushed out, I remembered in my head the high threshold. And even though I tripped over it a little, I grabbed a hold of it as I started down, so that I slid down the steps instead of falling head over heels. I ended up scratched, and it hurt quite a bit. But I had found out the mystery of the Blue Room. It was the high threshold. Somehow, in the building of the Blue Room, the chimney to the fireplace had got stuffed up. And the smoke, instead of going out, would come back in and fill up the room. And whoever was there would try to get out, but as they got out, they would forget about the high threshold. And they would trip over it and go down the 39 steps. I was just lucky. The others were dead.